If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Stick a pie in Bill Gates' face. There's nothing to it. Hello everyone, it is Patty from Natural Law Health. I hope you're all having a blessed day in the world of COVIDs and the chaos that surrounds this imaginary pandemic. So today I have a couple of things I just want to point out. I am teaching again my class in about 30 minutes, which I'm always so happy to see my students. And these are students on the path of truth. My next class I will be announcing shortly, but I might be taking a few weeks off just to kind of, re-envision what's going to happen in my own life since, you can't really rely on the system anymore. I mean, they've proven themselves, those that benefit from the system and those that try to control us, that, as we work JOBs within the system, how we pursue livelihood. They really have us, many people, I should say, they have many people right where they want them, where they can mandate the employer of many people to require ridiculous rules like wearing face diapers and getting poison injections. These things really are quite dangerous for humans or any living being that, relies on bodily fluids that are not toxic and also relies on oxygen entering and carbon dioxide exiting their lungs. So it kind of is quite contradictory to life and to living. And yet people are accepting of these crazy ass rules that so many employers are going along with because, government says so. I mean, when are we going to wake up and realize that, government is just a group of people and they come up with some opinions which they write down and they call the law. And I don't even think a lot of these mandates are technically even laws by their own, rules. But anyway, I mean, what's the whole reason we actually listen to these people? I mean, I don't get it. Maybe I'm just looking at things too, I don't want to say critically, because it really doesn't take a lot of critical thinking to come to this conclusion. It's very simple. And yet, that's how warped everybody's minds are, right? Because they've been so indoctrinated through 12 years of, public education, which I call public indoctrination. And then after that, continuing to become or allow their beautiful, precious minds to be indoctrinated by the media, the news, even television shows. They all kind of go along with these, rules and that we have to listen to these authorities that I'm going to put into quotes. Anyway, I need to take a few weeks off and really kind of get my shit together and kind of really think about what my next step is. Because I'm not going to be a part of this nonsense anymore. I don't want to go. I'm not going to teach in front of my students at the traditional college that I'm currently employed at. Right now I'm teaching remotely. In the summer I'll be teaching remotely, but in the fall I'm supposed to be on campus, and since I'm going to refuse the injection, I've been told that those that do not receive a poison injection have to wear a face diaper. That's not going to happen, folks. Not going to happen. Not going to do it. Remember, what was it? I think it was George Bush Sr., the SNL parodies, back when SNL was actually a little bit funny, and Dana Carvey played George Bush Sr., one of the most evil men in history, by the way. And he said, Not gonna do it. Or maybe that was Ross Perot. I can't remember. Anyway, I really never paid it much attention to politics ever in my life. I think I went through, like, when I was in grade school, a brief period of being somewhat interested in politics. But then, yeah, that didn't last very long. So, I am going to, I'm going to take a few weeks off. Probably the Sunday after Father's Day. Father's Day, I think, falls on June 20th, I want to say. I'm looking at my calendar right now. And I do want to spend Father's Day with my family. And then the 27th, that's probably when I'm going to start up the next classes. And I'm going to be offering them in a little bit different of a format, because before, I think I was selling them through my website, naturallawhealth.com. And those were the live classes. And then later I kind of gave everybody a code to get onto my educational platform. I think I'm just going to nix my website as being the source of where you're going to purchase the classes. And I'm going to only sell them on my educational platform. And so I'll just do it that way. And then I'll give everybody a Zoom link, because I will still be hosting live classes. But then the recordings will be, on the educational platform. So that's going to be slightly a different mechanism of how I progress through the coursework. And it's going to be anatomy and physiology, and I'm going to break it down by the organ systems. It's going to be quite fun. Anatomy and physiology is really what I've been teaching most of my life, or most of my academic career. So I'm quite excited to be offering these courses with, a large dose of holistic health truth. Not this allopathic propaganda, which often permeates the textbooks that many pre-health professional students use to learn anatomy and physiology. Like, they learn the benefits of injections. I'm not going to say the B word because I'm trying to maintain my presence on the YouTube. But, they talk about the benefits of these injections. They talk about the benefits of all of the anti-drugs, antibiotics, antivirals. All of that is just anti-life. And we're pro-life in the world of natural health. We support the life that is a miracle, the life that permeates nature. And that's why my website is called Natural Law Health, right? Natural law, the law of karma. I do want to apologize, those of you that attended my last live stream event. Right at the beginning, I received a phone call, and then I stepped out, and then there was chaos because my dogs broke through the gate. It was just, it did not start out the way I'd like it to. I ended up editing that live stream, but if you were there for the live event and you were frustrated with me, lesson learned, right? I'm going to turn off my phone. But I was really looking forward to that phone call that I received. It was quite an important phone call, because I needed to set up an appointment during my break, because I'm on a break from my JOB right now. I'm in between semesters. But anyway, the next live stream event, I'm hoping, is going to also live stream on Facebook, which it did this past week, and also live stream on the YouTube. All right, so I'm going to be live streaming in both. And I'm going to see if with Zoom I can also add people that might want to join my live stream, so that you can, if you want to have your video on and show your face and chat with me during this live stream event, I'm going to make that hopefully something that can occur as well. And I'm open to discuss anything. Again, you can still email me your questions. Patty Lager, ND, for a naturopathic doctor. So Patty Lager, PATTYLAGER. I'll put the email somewhere in this screen. And at gmail.com. And so if you do want to email me your question, I will read it during the live stream. And please, on that email, like in the subject line, please put, question for live stream. That really helps. If you're one of my students and you're just kind of responding to a generic email I put out, Sometimes I don't catch that as a question that you want me to ask, but if it's in the subject line, I can, flag that more easily and save it for my Friday night live stream events. So please still continue to email me your questions if you cannot attend the live stream. But hopefully you can attend it, and if you can join me, that would be even better. All right, so stay strong, folks. Know that everything is an illusion for the most part. At least I think it is. I mean, I don't think any of this, I shouldn't really say it's all an illusion. Really what it is, it's something that's malleable. And right now, the powers that should not be are molding reality into what best fits their evil desires. And what we have to do as sovereign beings is to take that back, that control back, and mold it into something that we want to see create. And so if everybody, detaches from the television and, better yet, just stop watching it altogether, get rid of it, and focus on what you want to create and, the kind of life you want to live and, what you want to be surrounded by, what beauty, what people, what music, what sensations. Focus on that as your primary, what to do during this time where many of us are, not able to interact with one another. We can get through this, but we just have to be focused because the powers that should not be, they've occulted a lot of information from us. And most of the occulted information comes from kind of the mystery schools where they know how to work with power. And I think that if we can get that back and we can be in control, many beautiful things can happen. I'm really positive about the future. Yes, it's kind of unsettling to not know where my main source of income is going to come from, but I've known this for a long time, that at some point I can't continue doing what I'm doing. I can't have one foot in both worlds. One foot in the, modern, accepted, pro-allopathic, pro-indoctrination educational system. And then one foot in the natural health, natural law world. I have to pick one or the other. It's hard walking both. And so yeah, you'll all see, how this all plays out in my own life, but I'm hoping you too can, manipulate, what your life is. All right, so I'm going to keep this video relatively short today. I apologize if you could hear baby Francis in the background panting. Much better than him barking like he was during my live stream event. But I do have the gate up, and I'm ready to teach my class in a few minutes. So have a beautiful evening, or day, or morning whenever you're watching this. And I should have another video up soon. I'm going to really try to put these videos out more frequently. So, bye.